All right, everybody. Welcome to the Beyond Us podcast. I'm Brett. That's Daniel.
What's up?
That's Salo.
What's up?
Yeah, say hi to the people. Let's go.
It's not even your intro and you slowing it down.
Hello.
Nah, we just playing.
Woo!
So, hey, how is everybody? How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Good?
Chilling, big chilling.
You over there? Yeah?
Big
I'm
chilling.
alright. None of y'all asked me, but I'm alright. I'm doing fine.
How you doing, by the way, buddy?
Oh, you know what?
Hey, buddy.
I'm not doing too great. I'm not doing too great. All right, I got these asshole friends. They only care about themselves. They don't care about me.
Man, that's fucked up. You know what? I'm gonna have a conversation with Quinn about it. That's fucked up. I can't believe you treated
Yeah,
me like
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that shit. It's so disrespectful.
Always
so
Quinn, man.
that. I'll talk to him for you.
Please do.
Cool. So anything new going on in anyone's lives?
Nothing much. I got my teeth cleaned, so that was very traumatizing. I recommend everybody brush their teeth. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Shit, man.
Okay. I got my next tattoo scheduled.
Cool. What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna get it on my forearm. It's gonna be a tribal crow and butterfly.
Tribal. Nice. Now, do you have like the design you want specifically? A copy.
I have a rough draft.
Mm-hmm.
That I put together with somebody, but it's far more feminine than I intend on getting on my body. The butterfly wings are very flowery and just not what I'm going for. So I gave that image to my tattoo artist, and he's gonna basically take my rough draft and fine tune it, because there is limited space on my forearm, so we'll have to simplify parts of it and whatnot. But basically the concept is, if you look at a butterfly, typically the body of a butterfly is very worm-like, and then you have the big wings around it. That body is going to be in the shape of the crow, and then the wings are going to come off the crow like that.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay.
So going away from like the crow feathers and.
Yeah, it's gonna be very simplistic crow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Almost like a overhead.
Because it's gonna be tribal, like it's
right.
So it'll be geometric in shapes.
Right. So it'll be a very very simplistic silhouette of a crow, and then the butterfly wings coming off of the crow, as if the crow was the body of the butterfly.
Gotcha.
So
now, am I going to ask the typical question of does that mean something special to you? Do you think it just looks dope?
It does. So the last tattoo I got was my tribal Pokemon. And that was December of 2018. I got them when my dad died. I got them for my dad. So I haven't gotten a tattoo in almost 3.5 years. So I really wanted my next tattoo to be very symbolic. I've been very open about my mental health struggles. And when I was in a really dark place, music was what really helped me through it. And my favorite band is Shinedown. And one of their best and most beautiful songs they've ever written is The Crow and the Butterfly. So I wanted to get something for that song, but I wanted it to fit my style. And my entire left arm I'm planning on it being tribal animals. So doing a crow and a butterfly, they still fit the theme of the arm, the sleeve. But I get to have that personal depth to the tattoo.
That's pretty dope, bro. That's pretty dope.
So
I fuck with it.
That'll be at the end of April. And actually, let me check the date real quick. I think we're here. That will be on an off week for the podcast because it's going to be on a Friday. So it'll be in between two podcasts. So by the time I get it, I'll have a week to let it heal before we record our next session, and should be able to show it fairly nicely.
Cool.
Nice.
Have you done this tattoo artist before?
Yeah, this is the same artist that did my tribal Pokemon.
Okay, cool.
So I'm planning on going to him a lot more now that I live in a stable living situation. I did a lot of moving around from my first tattoo to my last tattoo, just between moving in high school and then being in the military. But now that I'm living in one area, I can actually hard focus on one artist and get that art style to maintain throughout the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to
it. Which is not always easy.
No. I mean, he and I have had talks about a plan for my entire other sleeve, which I plan on doing like Viking stuff, and he's gonna fix up the one on my leg because I have the anti-possession tattoo from Supernatural, and my dog scratched me one day and cut a line straight through it, which kind of defeats the purpose of an anti-possession tattoo.
Oh, that explains the spirits in your room. Yeah, they know you're weak.
Fuck you. So he's gonna touch that up for me and fix that line in the sand, so to speak.
So what is that tattoo? I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
So in Supernatural, there's a tattoo of a it's almost like a pentagram inside of a sun in a tribal style, and in the show it's a symbol that makes it so you can't be possessed.
Like a ward.
It's like, yeah, it's a ward from possession, but if the seal is broken in any way, possession can occur again. I got it as a tattoo, and then sure enough, my dog scratches a line straight through it. It's a real small one, but it's a line through it, and if I'm going to have the tattoo, it might as well be in good shape.
You want it to work.
Right,
I mean,
just
on.
in case.
Yeah, you never know.
So...
Especially at your room.
Yeah, funny, cute.
Demons be working.
So, but that's what's going on with me. How about you, Britt? Because I ask about my friends, unlike Quinn.
Yeah, how are you, Britt?
Yeah, no, definitely. Actually, before I forget, I just want to say something. A memory was just drudged up when you mentioned the dentist just now. Do you remember? Oh, we went to that like horror theater play.
Yeah, it was like an escape room theater.
This was dumb as shit. I now have another story to tell. So, we were looking for like escape rooms to do.
I love escape rooms.
They're so fun.
You and I did one.
Yes, we did.
We did one down in Mississippi.
Did we win?
I can't remember. So we went to the one down in Mississippi. It was you, me, Martinez, Eric, and Eric's friend.
Martinez, I remember that.
I feel like we lost. I feel like we had too many dumb people in the room. I think we lost.
We did have a lot of dumb people in the room.
I can't imagine we won that. We had dumb people in the room.
You had Martinez.
Love them to death, but we had dumb people in the room.
Oh shit, we've done two because we did one up here with Heather.
Yeah, that's the one I thought you were talking about.
I was talking about the one we did with the Dumb Squad down in...
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we lost that
I think we lost both. Well, we lost both of them.
Yeah.
We were so close on the one up here, though. We were so close. We were literally like, Salo, if we had 2 more minutes, we had it. We all
three one day need to do one.
We spent, I'm not kidding, 20 minutes not knowing what the fuck to do because things just weren't lining up the way that they should have. We had a lock that I definitely did 12 times. And then I'm like, this is definitely the code. And I did it again and it worked.
The guy even said, he's like, hey, that was supposed to open on the first try. If it would have opened
we would have had it.
Supposed to, we won.
We would have had it. Because he even saw watching through the camera that I was doing it right.
Yeah.
Losing through mechanical failure.
It was so upsetting. Anyway.
So what we did, we were looking for escape rooms and we found this horror theater. And we were just like, it was an interactive play.
It's an improv theater.
Yeah, we were like,
yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. I've been a part of that. Yeah.
And it's an area where there were quite a few escape rooms. And they go in, they make us sign disclosures like they generally always do. Right. But then they tell us, they're like, all right, so we're going to bind your hands and put a bag over your head. I'm sorry, what?
Hell no.
What?
Wait, did you sign up for that?
Listen. So them binding our hands, they loosely put the the rope around, like I could have just taken my hands out at any point. It was a part of the immersion.
What about the bag over the head?
I could have taken that off at any point. It was a real bag, but I could have taken it off. It wasn't like tied to. No. Like you could like slightly make through the slits. It's a bag.
It was dark.
That's a pass for me.
It was dark.
That's a pass.
So it was. I want to say there was like 10 total of like the whole combined group. Like there was only like 4 of us, but like the whole group, I think there was like 10 people, and they walk us out the front door, around the back into a room. We step up on this ramp, we go in, and it's a circular room, and we circle around the room, and they're like, all right, hey, you can now take the bags off your head, you can drop the rope. So we took them off, and we're just in this circle room, and that's when the play began. The lights would turn off, and like there were trap doors on the sides where like people would come in and out of, and they would like come in really fast. They would fuck with people, right? They would mess with them, touch them and shit. And they would set up different scenes and just act out creepy fucking scenes. There was this one where this overly grown man was like dressed up as a baby and
in a diaper.
In a diaper, and they had like, it looked like he was covered in filth, and his mother was just yelling at him. It was like really fucking weird shit. It was really disturbing.
I remember that. Holy crap.
I'm waiting for the part where the dentist comes in.
I'm not done. So that's, yeah. There were a few things that took place, and one of the times it blacks out, you know, people are running around, fucking with people, poking them, pulling them a little bit, and then all of a sudden it gets quiet, the lights turn on, and there's a fucking dentist chair sitting there. And against one of the walls, a guy just walks up, like he walks from the wall. It was almost like he was one of the contestants. I mean, one of the viewers, because he just sat there. And so he gets up and he walks out, and he just looks around. And he just starts going in on people. He's like, "Who's my next patient? Let me see your teeth." And he'd like go up to people and get right up in their face, and he's like looking at their mouths and shit. And I'm sitting there. I know he's like, you know he's picking somebody. Someone's being picked. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, in my head to myself, please let me Salo. Please let me Salo. Please let me Salo. Please let me Salo. I don't care who. Like I it's not that, like, I don't care that it's like that it's me. I'm not scared. I want it to be Salo. I just wanted it to be him. Like, please let me Salo. Please let me Salo. And then sure enough, he just kind of abruptly turned around and looked right at Salo and was just like, "You," and grabbed Salo and put his ass in the chair.
You and your telepathy, I swear.
I loved it. Oh my God, I was
great.
so fucking giddy, dude. That shit was awesome.
That's fucking great, dude.
He's there with a fucking drill and like pretending to go in and drill in Salo's mouth. Oh, it was funny. It's funny as hell.
Wow.
He was like, "Do you have a cavity, young man?" I'm just like, "Bro, please."
No, I don't.
That was hilarious. I remember that. It was supposed to be an escape room that we were going to sign up for, but it was going to be like a Halloween version or something like that. So it ended up not being an escape room, just an experience, a very interesting experience.
So, real talk, I just want to say, escape rooms, super underrated.
Oh yeah,
Escape rooms are so cool. And most people our age aren't interested.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
My bosses, they're in like their 40s, like doing escape rooms.
It's the older generation that really likes them.
Okay, I get it. Our age group.
Our age group is they don't appreciate them the way they should.
I get it. Yeah. I'd rather be doing an escape room in real life than, like a video game.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. You said doing an escape room in real life, and I'm like, motherfucker, that's Saw. That's I don't want to do that. What?
I don't want it to be any more real than it already is.
Yeah, it's good enough. But no, escape rooms are super cool.
I've always wanted to design
the one we went to, Salo, we went to in North Carolina. Do you remember that one? It was you, me, and one of my friends. I don't remember the name, but it was It was like this zombie apocalypse themed escape room.
Did I go with you?
Yeah, you went with me.
That shit was badass. We found the best. You
and me were the only reasons that we came close to getting out.
That's what we should do.
I fucking remember.
That's what we should do. When you come back stateside, we should all hit an escape room.
Yeah, definitely. And for it.
We'll hit an escape room. We'll do a session of the podcast actually together.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll set up a little studio.
Yeah, we'll do like a little setup. Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's just gonna be cardboard boxes behind us.
Yeah, no,
they don't need to know. We'll
posters.
spray paint it. They won't even know.
We'll go to fucking Spencer's and Hot Topic and just buy a bunch of posters to put up on the cardboard walls.
Still better than green screen, I'm telling you.
Anyway, wow, yeah, that sounds rough. Yeah, I like improv theaters like that though.
Yeah, I've never been to one. It was so cool.
Well, I've been a part of one, and they're really fun, man.
Really? So you've been one of the actors?
Yeah.
For which one?
So we had a. It was kind of like Clue. It was a murder at a dinner party kind of improv show. But one of the audience members was actually the killer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was based on your ticket.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know that you're the killer.
You don't know you're the killer unless you notice that your ticket's different than everyone else's.
Ooh.
But everybody when they show their ticket, it has a stamp on it. That stamp gives you your character sheet, so to speak. And it it gives you information about why you're at this dinner party. And it tells you what to say when other people interact with you. The actors actually don't get to find out who has what, so that they have to improvise. You're given the script.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
We're not.
That's pretty dope. Were you like a waiter or like
I
overseer?
was an undercover waiter. I was a waiter that was actually an undercover cop.
Okay. Yeah,
that's
you were
what?
Yeah,
I was secretly a waiter.
Member. Yeah, secretly a waiter.
Yeah, that would be great too.
I was a contestant. I was a participant in there, and then you're just like,
he was straight up undercover boss. He was lead waiter.
Right. Yeah.
He called out sick, and he wanted to make sure he's like, I want to make this
exactly. No, I was my job in the show was to try and listen in on conversations without people realizing I was listening to them. And if they asked me something, I had to act through it. But
that's so meta.
each actor was given very limited information. So as the cop, I wasn't told what the waiter should be saying.
Interesting.
So you were just
I had to pick up on everything. It was a very improv heavy show. It was really fun though. And we did a week of it. We did one show a night.
Cool.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I do. So I really liked acting. I was big into theater when I was in high school. I did a lot of shows in high school. Some Shakespeare. I was in 2 different versions of Romeo and Juliet. I liked acting. I like stage acting. It was really fun.
We have the Renaissance Fair down here. I feel like you would be just like a badass warrior type guy with your beard, just like
I've gone to Ren fairs.
They call that a Viking?
Yeah, they do call that a Viking. I've gone to Ren fairs. Ren fairs are cool.
I'll do more research.
I always thought about trying to sign up to be in part of medieval times. I always thought those were really cool. But I digress. Yeah, stage acting is fun, and improv acting is it's very difficult though. Improving is very hard. To think of acting on the spot is difficult. I have a lot of respect for real improv actors.
Well, I'm sure that kind of makes you more prepared to do things like being like a dungeon. What is it? A dungeon master,
DM.
Or the DM of something, because you're able to improv a lot.
Yeah, it helps. It also helps with streaming. Being able to come up with stuff on the spot.
That's very hard. I'll tell you that.
It has its moments. You
stream consistently too, right? So it's
I stream 280 hours a month.
Do you have planned topics that you're going to talk to, or is it all just improv?
It just kind of depends. It's honestly a lot like how we approach the podcast. If there's something major I want to discuss, I'll plan that out. But other than that, it's very, let's just see what happens and make it feel natural.
Cool.
It's very similar approach.
Okay. Makes sense.
But like every once in a while I can plan out topics. I have a few planned things to discuss while we're here today.
Anyone in particular you want to go into now?
Yeah, I'll start with one that I actually wanted to talk about.
Great segue.
So I know I'm probably the only one that actually cares. But I do want to briefly talk about what's going on in the world of wrestling.
Oh my. WWE?
WWE.
Woo! I like WWE.
So I'm big into wrestling. I still very much follow it. And I just want to talk about a few quick things that have happened in the past couple weeks. For anybody that watched wrestling back in the 90s, you guys probably know a guy named Razor Ramon or Scott Hall. He passed away.
Really?
He did. He had hip replacement surgery and ended up getting a blood clot and had 3 heart attacks.
What?
It was very sad. So he passed away, which is really sad. In other unfortunate but sad news, Big E, an active wrestler that a lot of people very much like, he broke his neck on SmackDown live on TV. And people are not sure if he's ever going to be able to wrestle again. But he's not paralyzed, which is great news.
I don't know who Big E is. But
he's part of the newer generation of wrestling, but he's really talented. And then
Big fan base.
He does have a big fan base.
A lot of people like him.
And then 2 things I found out today. One sad, but one amazing. It just announced today, Triple H has officially retired. He said he will never wrestle another wrestling match.
God bless him.
Which kind of makes me sad.
He's been working so hard. He's been working his body to the max.
I was thinking it's about time, God.
Dude, yeah, man, that poor body.
I mean, yeah, but like it makes me sad because like his last match was just so lame.
Really, it wasn't given justice.
His last match was a tag team match on a house show. It wasn't even televised.
No,
yeah,
really?
Oof. And it just makes me sad. But he had a real bad like heart condition earlier in the year, and I think he had like an actual like I can't think of the word right now, but you know the machine that they put in your heart, a pacemaker.
Oh, pacemaker.
Yeah.
He had one of those.
I heard a lot about, and I've watched like different videos and articles about like how WWE used to treat those guys in the olden days.
Not great.
They didn't really have a lot of structure.
Not great.
Or like medical assistance. So it's like most of these guys, like I feel so bad for them.
Well, they still don't.
New generation.
They still don't.
It's just so. That's what I was going to ask. I wonder what the new generation is like.
Well, so the reason that they don't get like medical and stuff like that is because they're not actual employees. They're independent contractors. Mm-hmm. But they get paid so much money they can get their own fucking health insurance.
Right. But someone who's uneducated and like stuff like that, you know, not like uneducated in general, but not everybody's going to have an aptitude.
And you have and at low level wrestling, you don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
At all.
They have to do a lot of low level, I'm assuming, to get finally up. So that's
unless you're very lucky or you're 7 foot tall. Yeah, you usually have to do a lot of low level wrestling. But dude, Vince McMahon has always loved his big sweaty boys. So
yes, he does.
He likes his big sweaty men slapping man meat with other sweaty men.
Have you guys ever had, Brett? Have you ever had like those WWE WrestleMania characters that you could just like, and you have your own little ring and you used to just like fight them and just
action figures?
Did anybody have that?
I did. Action figures?
Yeah, yes, we have those in the motherland. Yes,
yeah, I did,
dude. I used to have Triple H, The Undertaker.
I had a lot of them.
How was that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get the wrestling ones when I was younger.
What did you?
I mean, when I was a kid, I was big into Power Rangers and anime. So
I mean, I had a bunch of Power Rangers too.
Yeah.
But I had like the wrestling ring and all that. But then one other thing I found out today, and this is it's sad that it has to happen, but it's good that it's happening. So a lot of you probably don't know who this is, but back in the 2000s, there was a tag team. It was a little stereotypical, unfortunately. It wasn't great. called Crime Time.
Yeah. Shad and JTG. Yep.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but in 2020, Shad Gaspard died. He drowned, saving his son. His son got pulled out in an undertow current, and he swam out to save his son and was getting pulled out, and the lifeguard came to save them, and he pushed his son to the lifeguard and said, "Save my son first, come back for me." And by the time the lifeguard got back, he had already been pulled out.
Did the son live?
The son did live. He genuinely died saving his son's life. He was a hero. And that brings me to what I found out today, which is very good. He is being inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice. Good man.
He is getting the Warrior Award, which is named after the Ultimate Warrior. But apparently there are talks about changing its name to the Shad Gaspard Award. Because it is meant for people that are truly good people in a world of not so great. So that's really exciting, and I wanted to bring that up. And then the last thing I had about wrestling, which we can talk about, and I want to hear your opinions. Logan Paul is officially part of WrestleMania.
I thought that was like a... I low-key thought that was like a Onion... whatever it's called, like a parody article.
Nope.
I didn't believe it was
Logan Paul will be at WrestleMania this year in a tag team match. It will be Logan Paul and The Miz. Shocking. Versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
The Mysterios. Oh my gosh.
And then reports suggest that apparently after WrestleMania, Logan Paul might have a job with WWE as a producer.
What the heck?
So, what are your thoughts on Logan Paul making it into the world of wrestling?
I mean,
Brett, take it away.
It instantly becomes much less entertaining.
Agreed. Unless he gets the shit kicked out of him.
I mean, that would be entertaining.
I kind of want to watch Rey Mysterio just drop him on his head a couple times. God. I don't like Logan Paul.
They're gonna do that thing where like, oh, this is clearly a one-sided fight. There's no way the Miz and Logan Paul stand a chance against.
I think it's gonna be the other way around. I think Logan Paul and the Miz are gonna beat the shit out of the Mysterios for most of the match. Because Logan Paul's a boxer. And the Miz is bigger than Rey Mysterio. And I would like to establish there are 2 celebrity matches at this year's WrestleMania. Logan Paul is not the only celebrity in a match this year.
Who else?
Because Sami Zayn will be going one-on-one with Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville.
I did hear about that.
Yep. The guy from Jackass. What? And he's looking old, for the record.
Honestly, it sounds more entertaining than watching Logan Paul out there.
It's true.
Honestly. Anything does, honestly.
That is true. I just can't believe that they're bringing Logan Paul in. He's just...
Do you think he's going to ruin WWE when he becomes like a director?
No, I don't think...
no?
It's hard for you to ruin something that's already kind of shitty most of the time.
Wow. Coming from a man who loves
I love wrestling, but it's rough.
There's a lot of Logan Paul fans, and it's going to bring a lot of attention.
It's true.
That's all they need. More attention.
It's true. I don't know. It's wrestling has been so I love wrestling and I have for a long time, but it's been hard to watch lately because it's just bad storytelling a lot lately. But
yeah.
But for once, I'm actually having fun watching Brock Lesnar.
I liked watching him on the Pat McAfee show.
Hysterical. He broke the shit out of that table.
Yeah, he did. He was like pretending, like, oh, what do you think I'm gonna do? Just smash the table, and he pretended to do it and smashed the fucking table.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty great.
Funny.
It was pretty great. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring up.
I did hear from a little birdie that you finally watched Batman.
I did. Twice.
How'd you like it?
It was really good. I do have my problems with it. But it was really good. A deleted scene showed up on YouTube yesterday. Like officially, like it was posted by IGN and shit like that. Like it was a deleted scene for the Batman. So anybody that wants to see it can go see it, and almost anybody that's wanted to see it could. But it's a deleted scene involving the new Batman universe's Joker. So
I'm intrigued. I'm not looking it up right now.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not happy that we already have a new Joker.
I'm also not, because I had envisioned, based off the movie itself, who they were going to reveal, and it was not Joker. It shouldn't have been Joker, in my opinion.
So here's my thing. I don't mind that they're going to have a Joker. I mean, they already do, based on this deleted scene and a small reference to him in the movie itself without any major spoilers.
Why don't they keep the same guy?
Well, because it's a new universe. And because, if we're being honest, not a lot of people like Jared Leto. If we're being honest.
Not a lot of people were familiar with the Joker he was playing.
Oh,
the Joker he played is a legit Joker from the comics.
And he did a fine job.
Different. Yeah, he did a good job. It's just different than what most people are familiar.
Here's my thing.
Era Batman.
Every version of Batman we've had so far has had a Joker. And I get that Batman needs his Joker, but we didn't need him yet. Looking at this movie, I wanted the next... So, this movie did a wonderful job making the Riddler feel legitimate. Without any spoilers for the movie, for the first time ever, Riddler felt like a real threat.
He wasn't just a joke.
He wasn't just like a fucking prop character.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the Jim Carrey version of the Riddler
was
I
so
loved the
fun.
Jim Carrey version. It was fun,
but he wasn't a threat.
He himself, wasn't a threat. It was who he aligned himself with.
Question: who would you guys rather have had introduced into the universe? Like,
well, so I would have rather
one of his nemesis eyes.
I would have rather them not introduced anyone else in this movie, and waited until the next movie. And if I were to pick characters that I would like to see seen, I'd like to see. I'd very much like to see the Court of Owls.
I did not expect that answer.
I would like to see a new rendition of Poison Ivy.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd really like to see Mr. Freeze, but I don't know if you can do him. I don't know if you can make Mr. Freeze without it feeling at least... I mean, Mr. Freeze is a character on his own that feels kind of like a campy comedy character.
What about you, Brett?
So the person I want to see, part of the reason I want to see him is because it looked like they set him up, so I don't know if I should say it. But I don't know if that's going to give away spoilers, because there were so many details that pointed to them revealing a certain character, and then they went with the Joker, and I was like, why?
I feel like
you might know.
If you wouldn't have given us the context, I feel like we never would have guessed.
Do you know?
The Two-Face guy?
No, not Two-Face.
Oh! Are you talking about Hush?
Yes, I'm talking about Hush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the perfect world and setup for Hush.
It is. I don't think we'll see it.
I don't think we will either. Not enough people know who Hush is.
I don't think that's why we won't see it. Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you.
What were you going to say, Salo?
I was going to say, for us who are uninformed, before he read my mind, who is?
All right, so go ahead, Brett.
You want me to...
Go ahead.
So, Hush is, at least the Hush most people are familiar with. He's an old friend of Bruce Wayne.
Childhood friend of Bruce Wayne.
Childhood friend.
His name's Tommy Elliott.
Yeah, he gets screwed over. Is it screwed over, or was he just like upset by...
There's different versions.
It's totally different. Either way, he ends up having a problem with the Wayne.
With the Wayne family.
Not necessarily Bruce Wayne, with his parents. Like, something they do messes with his life and things spiral.
Right.
So he then, he's still like this rich kid, pretty much. But he goes on a ridiculous and almost like polar opposite version of vengeance from Batman.
Yeah.
And what he does is, it's very, I don't want to say too much to like spoil anything in the movie. He uncovers dark secrets that exist within Gotham, mainly surrounding the Waynes, and a lot of it targets Bruce Wayne. And his biggest weapon that he uses isn't necessarily himself. He's not like using superpowers or anything. He's manipulating almost every villain. And so, like, all the Batman villains that he ends up facing seem real organized, and it becomes this very detailed and convoluted story.
The other thing that Hush does a lot is Hush has, in most iterations of Hush, some he doesn't, but in a lot of them, he has an innate ability to take the identity of other people.
Ooh.
One of the big things is like he did like surgery to reconstruct his face to look like exactly like Bruce Wayne, so that he could like take over parts of his life
and ruin it from the inside.
That is some creepy shit.
Now, the reason I don't think Hush will be in the next movie is not because people are not familiar with Hush, because I think I've heard a lot of rumors that Court of Owls could happen, and I think that there are just as many people familiar with Hush as there are Court of Owls. The reason I don't think that we'll get a Hush is because I feel like this movie, this version of Riddler, was an amalgamation of the Riddler, Hush, and Holiday from Long Halloween. This story, I think, took inspiration from Hush, Long Halloween, Year One, things like that, and turned them all into this new version of the Riddler. And that's why I don't think we'll get a Hush, because I think Hush would feel very carbon copied.
That's a good point.
I would love to see Hush. Don't get me wrong.
I would like Oswald Cobblepot to come back.
The Penguin? He's in this movie.
Really? From a man who hasn't watched this movie.
You need to watch the movie.
He's in this movie. And that's not a spoiler. A lot of people know about that before they go see the movie.
Gosh darn nabbit, I should so be excited then.
Actually, Penguin was one of the best parts of the movie.
Oh.
He's really good.
He's played, like, when you look at him and you look at his actor, they don't look alike.
No.
They did a very interesting job.
They did a great job with the makeup.
Covering him up. Yep.
But I'd like to see Court of Owls. I'd like to see Poison Ivy. I will say, I don't know, based on what they showed, and this isn't going to ruin anything because it's a deleted scene. But the scene that shows the Joker, like, you get to get a decent look at him in this deleted scene. Like, I'm not going to tell you any of the context of it, but he looks rough.
He does.
Old rough?
No, like fucked up rough. Like beaten to a pulp is his permanent look. Rough. Like human-skinned version of Killer Croc from Suicide Squad rough. Like, he just looks fucking rough. And it might be weird, but my first thought is, God damn, the Harley Quinn of this universe is a fucking champion for dealing with that. Like that is a ride or die right there. 'Cause, whoa.
I still find it weird that they're going with these two separate universes like this, because they're still pumping out stuff for theoretically the Snyderverse. Like, they're still doing I mean, they did Suicide Squad. They just made Peacemaker. Like, that's all
Which
within
was
that
great.
universe.
Peacemaker is amazing, by the way. I fucking love it.
So good.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's just vulgar in the right way. It's just
So good.
It's so fucking good. I
I
love the return of the character. Anyways, yeah.
I think that the reason they're doing the separate universes is because they're trying to leave it open for Affleck to return. And the problem is they've already established Affleck as being like this seasoned Batman, and this is a year 2 Batman.
Well, I mean, that's what I was hoping they were going to do, was like, this Batman is him while he was younger. Like, this was the come up.
Like, this is his origin.
Know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping this was just going to be a Batman Beyond.
That would have been badass. I love Batman Beyond. The animated series was...
But, I don't know. I like the new Batman. I've already seen it twice. It is really good. It is really long.
It is.
And I don't think it needs to be. I think there's easily 30 minutes of that movie I could cut out. There's some very, very slow spots.
How long is the movie?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah,
no, I'm not a fan of the big movies anymore. It's just, I'd rather watch it at home where I can pause it and,
yeah,
get popcorn.
And, I mean, you'd only have to wait 2.5 more weeks to be able to do that.
Okay, so I think I'll wait. I'm not a big theater guy.
But it's really good. Without spoiling anything, I do have one thing that a lot of people I've talked to haven't noticed. A cameo, if you will, in the movie. And it doesn't spoil anything, but in the very beginning of the movie, they're doing their like intro to Batman and whatever, and there's a gang of basic, hoodlums, so to speak. And there's one that they mainly focus on, and a lot of people haven't recognized who that is. That actor is Tim Drake in the Titans TV show on HBO Max. So, in a way, this movie has Robin in it.
That is a Robin.
I mean, obviously not the same universe, so... But it's still fun. Like, nobody noticed that was him. And I'm like, oh my god, that's the guy that played Tim Drake in HBO Max's Titans. Thought it was cool.
I wouldn't have caught that. That's a good eye. You just recognize the face of the guy?
I caught it because I haven't watched it.
He hasn't watched Titans.
What, Brett? You haven't watched Titans? Why not?
I'm honestly not that interested in it.
So
really?
Good. I love it.
I lost interest in it and like when they were revealing the characters, and then I just never watched it since. I'm sure it has redeeming qualities. I'm sure it's good.
It is really good. But it is what it is. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Maybe. I know we plan on watching the Halo show.
Fuck yeah, we do.
I don't know anything about it. Is it just like
it's Halo?
Is it starting from the origin of Master Chief, or are we just randomly in the universe?
I don't know.
All right, then don't just tell me it's Halo.
It's Halo. It's Halo. I think it's origin. Because as far as I know, Cortana's not wrist-based. Cortana's actually a person.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, that's early.
But here's what I do like, and I think we've talked about it, but a lot of people were bitching about the fact that Cortana didn't look blue. And they're saying, like, it's not Cortana. It's the actual fucking voice actress that played Cortana in the games. It is Cortana. As Cortana can get.
Damn.
It is as Cortana as you could have asked for. like. But I think she's like a person. I could be wrong.
Like before her essence was an AI.
Was digitalized, yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that, though. She might be digitalized and just looks like a normal person. I don't know. I haven't seen enough.
I mean, at that point, I could understand why people are upset about that, because of all the video, visual effects you could do, turning someone blue is not that high on the spectrum.
I mean, to be fair, we couldn't turn Starfire orange.
Could, they just didn't.
We don't have Beast Boy as green.
That makes me sad. They should have made at least Beast Boy that green color. It's iconic. At least from the cartoons. I was a big, I grew up on Teen Titans, you know?
I think we all did.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to watching Halo. And we still have to finish watching Raised by Wolves.
And Hawkeye.
Fuck, man.
So, there's actually a show I want to recommend you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get to my...
Hurry up!
All right, well,
I thought you had this
well, he's taking too long here, so I'm going to tell you guys something I found out. Guess who's getting their own skin in Warzone?
Who?
Wait. Hold on. You think? Let me think about this. Don't.
It can't be 007 guy, because he's not in this.
I love the idea that Brett knows and he's just playing it off.
I know, and I'm just saying. No, I have no idea.
Officially getting their own skin in Call of Duty Warzone. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Good. He's in everything, I swear. That man is in everything. He making that money.
Yo, they're putting the Snoop Dogg skin in Warzone. I'm all for it.
Yo, you gonna get clapped and then crip walked. That's insane.
Bro, if they put crip walking in there as an emote, it's over.
That would be great.
It's over.
It's his assassination. Like, when you go to assassinate, he just stands behind you and he just crip walks for a little bit.
Bah!
And then he shoots you.
Be fucking great, dude. Did you find this show yet, Salo?
Yes, you guys ready? So the show's name, so it's on Prime Video, so I don't know, that's why I'm recommending it, because I don't think you guys heard about it. Maybe you did. It's The Legend of Vox Machina, and it just came out, and it's sort of like this Dungeon and Dragon animated style TV show, and it has some of the animators worked on The Legend of Korra, which is the Avatar. So like the animation is really like spot on, and it's nice and just like Avatar-esque, like Avatar, the Last Airbender type animation, and it's like about a ragtag group of misfits who are going on like a magical adventure to fight an evil blah blah blah. It's really good. I recommend it. I think you guys would really like it, especially because you like the whole D&D vibe, you know?
I just looked it up.
It sounded familiar.
I just looked it up, and I loved that the first question on Google is The Legend of Vox Machina a good show? It's the first question.
I see what you mean, though. Like, it's just a bunch of different like races and classes that are classic in D&D.
Yeah, it's fucking badass. I love it, and it's vulgar. It's not like a kid's show. It's like a
okay. It's based on campaign 1 of the web series Critical Role.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I thought some of these designs looked familiar.
First season consists of 12 episodes.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna slurp that up. It's actually I almost downed it in one sitting.
Yeah, I'm down to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, watch it.
Yeah. While I'm looking at this computer, I do have something that I meant to talk about last episode, but it slipped my mind. But we talked about it a little bit afterwards. You guys heard anything else about the Killing Stone in Japan that split open?
No, tell us about the Killing Stone in Japan.
I know it's scaring a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
So here's what this says for anybody that wasn't aware. So, with so much more, this is what this article says, but written by the New York Times, just so that I'm not, copyrighted. With so much going wrong in the world, should we now also worry about a nine-tailed fox demoness that may be loose in a forest in Japan? The answer depends partly on your reading of ancient Japanese mythology. A volcanic rock split in two, about 100 miles north of Tokyo. Intact, the rock was about 6 feet tall and 26 feet in circumference.
Pictures don't do it justice, by the way.
No.
If you look it up.
It had long been associated with a Japanese legend in which an evil fox spirit haunts a killing stone, making it deadly to humans. Some people have speculated that the fractures set the fox loose to cause further harm.
The pictures do not do it justice.
A kitsune sealed into the rock.
Yeah.
I love these article titles. The one I'm looking at says, Japan's mythological killing stone has split and sparked an international debate over whether it's a good or bad omen.
I mean, if it's an evil spirit, it wouldn't be a good omen.
Right? So it's like, what is there to debate in the international stage? It's funny.
But there's a lot of talk about it, and it's... Some people think that she's more of an anti-hero than she is a evil character in mythology.
Oh, the evil spirit?
Yeah.
I mean the spirit. I didn't mean to label it evil. I'm sorry, spirit. And spirits in your room.
Somebody was quoted as saying, there's a hint of evil still there, but she's kind of an anti-hero maybe. But it's crazy to think about. And it says... that the stone split, and it had cracks formed in it for quite some time now, but it didn't show any signs of major damage, and then just overnight, it just split in half. Like something broke out of it.
Yeah. Like, if you look at previous pictures, you can see, like, a line where it looks like...
Like it's starting to
there
crack.
was some crackage, and then it just...
Boom!
Just split right open.
That's spooky. That's like a bad omen for this year.
But some people think that the nine-tailed fox could perhaps tame the coronavirus.
Oh, a little bit of magic fighting a little bit of science. Finally, we get some movie stuff.
Oh, it's one of those things, like, it eradicates the coronavirus, but then, like, kills everybody. So,
or starts a demon war.
It's like a give and take, you know?
The humans versus the demons for the very first time, initiated by a stone that got a little too egotistical. I see it. I'm there for it. I'd watch that movie.
But yeah, so that's the killing stone that cracked open in Japan.
That's some spooky
and released a demon into the world, if the lore is to be believed.
I hope it's a nice demon. It could be an evil demon, but still be a nice evil demon, you know? There's decent demon folk out there. We just haven't met them yet.
Yeah. Like who?
I haven't met any yet, but I know they're out there. You just gotta face interactions.
Oh yeah, I went and hung out with a copper last week. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
he got real mad when, like, I hit the cup off the top of his head for some reason. I don't know why. Anyone that understands the references I'm making,
don't do it
on you.
Anyone that understands the references he's making, you know why. Anyone that doesn't, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't Google it.
This is your one and only warning.
Yeah. Don't knock the cup off the copper's head. It's not a good look. Bad things happen to you. Very bad things.
It's like taking a leprechaun's pot of gold, man. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, that reminds me, a lot of people don't, like, it's crazy to me that a lot of people don't know that leprechauns in old lore weren't just small little green guys that were all happy and shit.
What were they?
They were tall,
evil men.
dressed in red, and they would eat people.
That's fun.
They were fucking,
I didn't know that.
Like, in old lore, leprechauns were fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't on your cereal boxes with marshmallows.
There wasn't any Lucky Charm about it. They were scary.
I did have a topic for Brett, just specifically for Brett. Just because I know Brett, right?
Okay.
All right. So I think you'll appreciate this one. It's for everyone, of course, for everyone. But I think Brett will appreciate it.
Daniel, please get the fuck out. We're having a conversation.
So you guys want to go in the kitchen?
So he's not allowed in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. He can't go in there.
I've been banned from the kitchen, but one day I'll make my way back. Okay, so Eminem breaks record for most gold and platinum singles in RIAA history.
Yeah, you're right. There's no way he would ever relate to this conversation whatsoever. That's pretty great. This is clearly only for me. You know,
what did the candy bar do?
The candy bar is the new king of gold and platinum singles. Oh. Like he's number one.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's mighty fascinating down here in the South. But I'm not quite familiar with that type of uppity music. I'm more familiar with a different brand, but that's mighty good for him.
I want to buy me a boat. That's one of the songs that you like to listen to. Anyways, I think it would be nice to see that.
Wow. Yo, how did this start off and end completely insulting towards Daniel?
No. Look, let me give you a little backstory. At work, we have basically the one station my agency owners like to listen to is a lot of just country, old Southern stuff like the bit he was doing. And one of the songs that comes on is, I want to buy me a boat. And it just goes on and on about how this guy just wants to buy himself a boat. And it just triggered something. And I remember.
Missing my point.
No, not at all. Went right through me.
So like, are burly white people not allowed to listen to Eminem? Is that...
I have my legal team told me not to comment, and I'm not going to comment to proceed.
That's the only rapper we're supposed to like.
So I understand you might not have heard of Eminem, Daniel.
Who that?
He's a very talented rapper. You know, he as the kids say, spit hot fire.
Hot
fire. I'll have to show him to you sometime. You know, maybe see if you like him or not.
I don't know. Me and my boat are mighty content with where we are.
You don't like to go fast? I mean, like, really fast?
Those pontoons go speedy. No, I'm kidding. I'm done. Yeah, that was my topic.
I did not know that he was...
I didn't either. I don't even know who that is.
So
yeah, you don't know that.
And I know you don't know who it is, but sometimes he goes by Marshall Mathers. It's like another name he has or some crazy stuff like that. And he's only one of 7 artists with 3 or more diamond certified albums for sale of at least 10 million units in the U.S. So I just like to see
who are the other
OG get. We don't talk about it. Anyways, moving on.
Coming stocked with the info.
Well, since I can't be a part of this conversation, I'll just go find out who the other 2 are.
Look, I need to do my research and get back to you.
What was he again? 1 of 3 to what now? Who?
1 of 3 to what now? Who? 1 of 3 who have diamond certified albums.
Who have dirt. 1 of 3 who have dirt. Eminem running around like...
I've got a jar of dirt! I've got a jar of dirt!
So
yeah, I bet he could spit fire about a jar of dirt.
So I found it. I don't know if you found it, Daniel. Did you?
I did not.
So I have the list here. So it's Eminem, Outkast, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, Kid Rock, Eminem, Tupac again, MC Hammer, and Nelly.
I thought you said 3 people.
Oh, well, I mean, that's the list all the way going down to the people who don't really have, like, more than 2 or whatever the heck. But those are the 3. I'm sorry I got excited and went through the entire list of everybody who has a single one, but whatever.
Is there anyone on that list you don't know, Salo?
I don't even remember the list.
I know.
Do you know who Kid Rock is?
Yeah, I know who Kid Rock is. My
Daniel definitely knows who Kid Rock is. I mean, he might not know anyone else on that list, but he knows who Kid Rock is.
Fuck yeah. I'm all about the Bawitaba. Don with the don, the dang a dang, diggy diggy diggy, diggy diggy, the bone, John the boogie.
Did you really remember that?
Now get in the pit and try to love someone.
All right, calm down. We need to produce our own content, not someone else's.
Look, man, I'm only allowed to sing one song here, apparently.
Yeah.
I did know all of that, though.
It's okay, Salo. Everyone listening is only judging you for the fact that you ratio stereotyped the two of them.
I like how you're trying to write a narrative.
Has to know right.
You're trying to write a narrative. No.
And the white guy doesn't care about Eminem. That fucking traitor.
Again, my legal team has told me not to comment on this matter.
He's a traitor.
Hey, I watched Dave Chappelle, and according to the racial draft, we got him.
That's true. Y'all do have
According to the racial draft.
We took him in the racial draft.
We got him.
Who did we get?
Nobody. Y'all had enough. All right. Anyways. Yes.
I want to listen to good music too.
You gotta work yourself up to it, all right? You can't just hop into the deep end, all right?
I can swim.
I'm gonna start you out small, all right? Go pull up some Vanilla Ice.
Fuck that!
Vanilla Ice.
We still have him.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all can have him.
Please take him.
We don't
want him back. We don't even want him.
He made one song that everybody knows, and it ain't even that good.
And man, he also made Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. That shit.
Yeah, but you know what? Nothing will ever be as shocking to me as the fact that DJ D-Rec made the Danny Phantom theme song.
Did he really? Danny Phantom?
I was so confused when I found that out. Yeah. The Danny Phantom theme song was made by DJ D-Rec. Most people know him from Little Show, from known as Wildin' Out.
What was that?
Wildin' Out.
Wildin' Out.
What's that?
It's a show, hosted by a canon of sorts, you know.
Of Nicholas's.
Of the Nick fashion.
On the TV events.
Nick.
Not that Nick. It was actually the one with the MTV. Wasn't it on MTV? I thought it was on MTV. Don't be laughing at me, looking at me like that. You both knew it was an MTV. Where is Wildin' Out channel on?
You know, not the no. He was the MTV.
It was on VH1. I was wrong.
All right. Oh man. Anyway, the DJ on Wildin' Out, DJ D-Rec. He he made the Danny Phantom theme song.
DJ,
it's crazy to find that out. DJ, my leg. DJ,
Oh my god. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to know that reference because I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Okay. What? I will not stand for this.
Title of this podcast is going to be Daniel's Introduced to Black Culture.
Hey, Salo, why is that last day on your calendar circled?
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
Next thread.
We can't talk about it yet. We'll all
Can we talk about Bruno?
We sometimes can, but not in public. Have you seen Encanto? Have you guys seen Encanto?
I have seen Encanto, yes.
My beloved Amanda she loves it. She knows like all the songs of Encanto. Encanto's pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's cool what they're doing. It's kind of like what they try to do with like Coco. Have you guys seen Coco? That was another sweet little cultural movie. So I like the little culture shifts. It's good. They do it well.
So I don't mind Encanto. I just think that song is very overplayed.
Yeah, I don't know why it caught on.
The song that talks about not talking about somebody, they talk about a lot.
Throughout the entire movie, they talk about him.
Yes.
But we don't talk about him.
But, Brett, I know you haven't seen it, and you have no intentions of seeing it, so I don't care about spoiling it for you. Salo, you've seen it.
Yes.
So,
17 times.
Okay, I haven't seen it that many times.
I have.
I've seen it twice.
Yo, I don't think I've seen a movie that many times this soon after release than when I watched Shrek with my little sister.
Yeah, for real, dog. Anyway.
This is one of the... Go ahead.
So, in a rare outing, there is no villain in the movie. Or is there? So,
question mark.
I have a little theory, Salo. I think that there is a villain in this movie.
I've thought
Does
about
it
that.
have to do with green light?
No.
So I think that...
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I think there is a villain in this movie, Salo.
Really? Who do you think it is?
I can't think of her name at the moment because I've only seen the movie twice, but I'm sure you'll be able to tell me since you're a master of this movie. The sister that can hear everything.
Oh, that lady. Yeah, she's a listener. That one.
What's her name?
We don't talk about it.
What's her
Man,
name,
you saw
Salo?
it 17 times. What's her name?
It's Mary Bell.
I don't think that's true.
I think you don't know.
I think Maribel's the name of the main character.
It is. It really is.
Just out here lying?
It was Dolores. I think it was Dolores, right? Yeah, it was Dolores. It was Dolores. The lady who could hear. Yeah. Dolores. That's what it is.
Sure.
The lady could hear.
As opposed to everyone else who could not.
Why do you think she was the bad guy though? What do you mean?
So here's the reason I think the one that could hear everything is the villain in the movie.
Because I'm sure she heard Bruno. I never thought about that, but
right.
I'm sure.
So here's the thing. In the movie, when bad things start to happen, the house starts to like crack and all these horrible things are happening, and only Maribel sees it. The sister that can hear everything definitely heard it happening. Did not back her up at all. Then, when we very clearly know that we need to find Bruno to fix the issue, that sister has to know he's there. Has to. She can hear everything. Does not help her sister find the only character that can save the day. She is actively hiding information to allow this family's magic to go out. Now, granted, I don't blame her. I would hate to have her power. So for understanding purposes, Brett, the concept of Encanto is that every character in this family has some sort of magic power.
Yeah.
One has super strength, one can see the future, one is quite literally just perfect. That is her power. She is perfect. One's a shapeshifter. The main character is the only one that doesn't have a power. The character we are talking about, her power is that she can quite literally hear everything. She can hear everything within a range. So much so that she can hear, like, when her super strong sister's eye is twitching because her sister has anxiety. It's an exact reference in the movie. She can hear that her sister's eye is twitching.
She can hear a pin drop.
That would be a horrible power.
She can't turn it off.
She can't turn it off, and she lives in a house with 30 people, 2 of which are married couples that have 3 kids. I don't know if you knew how kids were made, but I didn't need to listen to my brothers or sisters do that.
Oof, you can't turn it off.
Fuck that power.
I never thought about that. That's
Fuck
child.
That superpower.
And you know, Bruno also prophesized that she was going to fall in love with someone that was just going to get married or end up with somebody else.
Right.
betrothed to another. So,
but the reason I think she's the villain, one, she's actively hiding things that she could be saying to help the plot further. But there's a little side thing that a lot of people didn't notice. So at the end of the movie, Maribel saves the day. Yay, Disney movie. And they have the golden door or wall or whatever it was with the family portrait in stone. You know what I'm talking about?
Everybody carved out
at the end where everybody's in the family portrait.
It was like a big old door Photoshop.
The sister that can hear everything is the only person on that image that is frowning.
Really? Are you serious?
Everyone else is smiling.
I don't think I've ever noticed that. Hold on.
I think I just fucked Salo's day up. He's watched this movie 17 times. Didn't know there was a bad guy.
Hold my motherfucking hot dogs. What the fuck? That's crazy, yo. What the heck? Everybody's smiling except for her.
Brett, can I talk to you in the kitchen?
Just as long as we're not making hot dogs.
Not today, we're not. The fuck did this man just say?
Well, when you went to have someone hold your beer, right?
Hold my beer.
I also went to have someone hold my beer, right?
Hold my beer.
Shorty went someone to have the hold their tooth.
Hold my tooth.
This man.
Hey, other shorty has hold my earrings.
Hold my earrings. This dude pulled out
2 hot dogs.
made hot dogs.
2 of them?
2 of them.
Are they in buns?
Yes, they're in buns. They have to be.
Get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Oh, okay, I'm out. Fine.
As we were saying, he was holding hot dogs with buns, presumably mustard on them. Just taking a wild guess.
You love me some mustard on hot dogs.
And he proceeded to hand them to somebody.
Who?
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I don't know who is going to hold or fondle his hot dogs. But I know me personally, I don't just hand my food exposed.
I don't hand my food at all to other people. What you mean?
I probably would have just eaten it.
You gotta trust people.
Anyway, so yes, Salo, I think there's a villain in that movie. Let's just move on to the next conversation before we
just blow my mind and not even let me process anything whatsoever.
Before we talk too long about Salo's hot dogs.
Woo! Moving on.
Okay, now he wants to move on. Processed. Everything's been processed. We're good.
So, about the name of the episode, Brett.
No.
Hold my hot dogs?
Hold my hot dog.
It's just Salo. It's that moment right there of Salo like this with just a hot dog in each hand.
There you go. I did it. That's funny. I'm sure it'll make its way to the title soon.
Anywho,
we're gonna purposely not put it in there just so like we arbitrarily have this conversation for no reason.
I'm fine with that.
I like that. I like that bit. It's consistent. I like it.
Ooh. Wow, that took a turn. Anywho.
But yeah, I've said my piece, Brett. What's on your mind?
The fact that the Green Bay Packers
I'm
are
really
fucking them
tired.
over.
Let's not. No, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to have that conversation without more information.
About all the Green Bay Packers signing with other teams.
Oh, no, say it isn't so. Tell us more.
Well, you see.
Tell me, fella. What's going on?
Listen here, young man. All right. So,
young man.
There's an issue going on.
I got him started.
Football teams around this league. All right.
I got him started.
Players are just going from one team to another willy nilly. No one knows why. Is it money? A little bit of greed? Is it opportunity? Do they feel like they can be them true selves? Is it management? Is management ass around the NFL? All these questions, the answer is yes to basically all of them.
Big wads
just
of
for
money.
different people. Money, opportunity, personal drive, shitty leaders. The NFL is plagued by what almost every business is plagued with. And that's all I want to talk about this subject anymore. I don't want to talk about it.
That's very deep. You really feel like that?
Which part?
All of it.
All of it? Yes.
So, about the Green Bay Packers.
No, I don't want to talk about this. No. No, we don't need to talk about
All right,
this.
well, about the Cleveland Browns. He's just looking at me.
All right, Salo, let's listen to Daniel talk about football.
All right, let's do this.
Well, real quick, I will just say, because we did touch on it a little bit last time, Deshaun Watson is actually playing again. We talked very briefly about Deshaun Watson last time and about how with all of his court cases becoming civil suits now, we'll probably expect him to sign with the team. He has. He was traded to the Cleveland Browns, which
the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Which poor Baker Mayfield, bro. Here's what's more fucked up that I just found out, Brett. I don't know if you heard about this, but they signed Jacoby Brissett to be the backup to Deshaun Watson. Baker's still on the team.
Yeah, I don't know what is going to happen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my lord.
Like, they signed Jacoby Brissett and said he's going to be our backup. What about Baker?
I don't know.
Don't forget about Baker. Can't forget about Baker.
Can't talk about him either.
No, that's
Can't even talk about Baker. We don't
can't talk about Bruno.
And Baker.
We can talk about Baker.
Who can't we talk about?
Bruno.
Voldemort.
What's his name? One more time.
He who shall not be named.
We just keep saying this person's name. Speaking of Harry Potter, that Dumbledore movie's coming out, right?
Yeah, and they did the state of the play for the new game too.
Is it a prequel?
Yeah, they did.
Is it a prequel?
Oh.
The Dumbledore movie?
one,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Y'all
It's
excited?
about,
Well, I don't know if you knew this, Salo, but it kind of has to be a prequel. The man died in the 6th book.
In Magic, death is even.
No, Dumbledore's dead.
So
Dumbledore could have had Horcruxes, and it would have been all over.
This is one of the prequels I'm actually rather interested in seeing because there's not a lot known about Dumbledore's life before. From my knowledge, anyway, I don't really know a whole lot about it. I'm interested to see it.
I don't think I'll see it in theaters.
I know an idea of how it's gonna end, but I'm very interested to see it.
I'm weird about.
But
prequels.
yes, I know. I know. But they did do the game show.
The state of play, yeah.
The state of play for the new Harry Potter game.
It looks really good.
It does.
I'm really disappointed that it's single player.
Wait, it is?
It's not multiplayer.
So it's like story mode. That's it.
I feel like I just changed Brett's entire opinion about this game.
That is.
He's like, I hate it now. I hate it. It's over.
It's weird. It doesn't look as good anymore.
It doesn't, does it? It looks really good, but
it looks well done. It looks very well done.
But it's a single player game, and that makes me lose so much interest in it. I don't play a lot of single player games anymore.
I thought there were rumors about it being online. Like, is that just rumors?
Let me check. Because last I saw...
I know something a lot of people are hoping for is like online Quidditch.
I'm not a big Potter fan. I'm not really a big Potter fan, but good movie.
I fell off of Harry Potter quite a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, I like reading the books.
Still have the nostalgia.
Yeah.
That I didn't do. I did not read the books.
They were the best part.
Yeah, I had video games. I did not read the books.
I read the first 4 books.
See, thank you.
Nah, I'm not much of a reader. I like reading.
I'm
a Dragon Ball fan. I don't read.
I'm a big reader.
I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I'm a Dragon Ball fan.
Read.
Represent.
Yeah.
Kamehameha.
You even said it wrong. That's crazy.
Say it right then. Prove me wrong.
Kamehameha.
I'm sorry, my accent is so deep, okay? I'm sorry. I'll work on it.
Or Kamehameha wave.
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
Cool. Weird. Okay. There's some new today.
I'm a Dragon Ball fan.
As you couldn't tell by the excuse me, not the figurine, action figure in the background.
No, this is a figurine.
I can never get it right. Alas.
Anyway,
Avalanche Studios has confirmed Hogwarts Studios will be an RPG experience that follows in the footsteps of Fallout and Assassin's Creed franchises, following a fifth-year student to the Wizarding School 3 years before Albus Dumbledore attends as a student himself. Although there will be a suitably massive world that extends past the castle of to the Forbidden Forest, Hogsmeade, and beyond, you'll have to go it alone, as there is no intention for a multiplayer feature.
That's crazy.
I feel like such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Games are made to be multiplayer nowadays. Like, we're in the era of like being able to play with anyone in the world, you know? I guess they're really betting on like the fanfic of it, like the people who are really diehard Harry Potter fans will do anything, watch anything, play anything with the lore.
Not,
you know?
It's not to say it's going to be a bad game. It's just
I like playing video games.
It raises the question of like, why are you not creating the option,
the ultimate
for people to play with their friends?
So this says that some fans are calling for a multiplayer feature, and Warner Brothers has said that depending on how the game does, maybe that is something they could look to in the future, referencing Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online, and how GTA 5 was a single-player game, but they eventually added online as a extra mode, so to speak. But that just makes me so much less interested in the game.
Right. I mean, it'd be one thing if like they were planning on it.
Right. And
like,
it was just something they had to work on.
We have something in the works. Its release is dependent on how well this game does.
Right.
That'd be different. But
it just feels like such an easy
like
game to multiplayer.
I also feel like a lot less people are going to get the game. I mean, statistically, it might not matter. I mean, there might be enough fans that get it regardless, but I imagine there's going to be a percentage of people that don't get the game purely because they envisioned they were going to be playing with their friends.
I mean, realistically, I didn't have too much of an inclination to play it to begin with, but without being able to play it with friends, I definitely have no intentions. Like, I wasn't looking at this game like, damn, I really want to play this. And I wasn't looking at that when I thought it was multiplayer. Now that I know it's not, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I hope it does well, but I don't care.
Ruined this entire man's ideology of a coming video.
I mean,
ruined.
It looked like a really good game. Like, it looks good. It's just
unfortunate.
Of course, all games can have their problems, but it looks like it's setting up to be a really good game. You kind of just expected there to be multiplayer.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many students. Like, it seems like a world design that she would be participating with other people.
Right.
But recently, Daniel here got to experience some
what?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Not familiar?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. It's a Dark Souls-esque game.
No, I'm not.
It's a game basically designed to be very, very, very difficult.
You guys like it?
And very, very unforgiving.
I don't think I'd like that. That's spooky.
It's one of those games that, like, it forces you to get really good at the game. Like, really good. When you're not, you just die. It's
you won't get that far
over and over.
I like
boss fights. You're meant to go into a boss fight and probably die 15 times before you figure out the pattern of how to dodge attacks and exactly what to do to then beat it. And that's assuming you're strong enough to, like, make a few mistakes.
And that so it doesn't have stages that change its patterns.
Oof.
That's true. So, like, you figure it out. It's like, all right, I got this pattern down. And then all of a sudden, it hit 30% health. I'm going to add an extra swing that you weren't prepared for. And then you die. And then you got to do it all.
An extra swing.
All it takes is one half the time, dude. All it takes is one. You get hit wrong, and it's over. That's even at higher levels. Like, you be higher level, you get hit wrong once, it's just like, oh shit, this is downhill from here.
Yeah, it is.
Wombo combos.
It's not pretty.
But, I mean, when you get past, like, the learning stage of the game, and you start to, like, unlock new equipment, abilities, it starts to get pretty fun.
It's the controls for me.
You like it?
The controls are odd.
I don't like the controls.
You don't like the controls?
No. It goes against every one of my natural instincts, clicking in my left stick to crouch.
Ew.
Yeah. That's how I sprint.
Yeah, that's weird. Can you change it in the settings?
You sprint by holding circle.
You can't even change it? Wow. Good for them. They made a solid... They're like, you're going to do this game exactly how we want it, and that's it.
Yeah, it's how...
do you think they do it to be disorienting?
Souls-esque.
Yeah.
It's meant to add a degree, like a learning curve difficulty. Like, they have a format of how they want the game. They don't want you changing certain things to make it more convenient or easier for yourself. You learn the game as it is. You play the game as it is. And get good, scrub.
Wow.
See, it's the last part. It's that last part that I have some issues with, and I'd like to consult somebody.
Yeah. Go on. Voice me your issues.
All right.
You guys can go to the kitchen if you want.
Can you repeat the last part?
Get good, scrub.
Okay. To which I would like to respond formally. No. Okay.
That's a legit formal response.
Yep.
Woo!
Put it in writing.
I could visualize the period at the end.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
It's fun, but it's not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
It is not a casual game.
But I didn't pay for it, so it is what it is. I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have bought it, but I didn't pay for it, so I'll play it.
I paid in a lot of blood. Like a lot of blood. They kick your ass in that game.
Yeah, they do. Little things kick your ass in that game. It's not a joke, man. I mean, that was something that that we talk about quite a bit, is like, we want games that are hard but not too hard. And like, this game is different from that thought process because it's meant to be like this. It's the whole premise of the game. But like other games we have, like we've talked about a few times with Extraction. Like, that game is just too hard for no reason.
Yeah.
Don't give me a difficulty setting if the lowest difficulty is fucking difficult.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Like, Elden Ring doesn't have a difficulty setting. It has one setting. Fuck you.
does have just a singular "fuck you" say.
Like, but you signed up for that. It's in the beginning.
Yeah.
It literally says like, hey, you know, like you gotta like, you gotta confirm your, you know, your EULA conditions and, you know, read the participants agreement, and then like the third checkbox is like, do you agree to get fucked anally? And you check yes, and then you play the game.
Man.
Like it's part of the package deal. Literally, they deal their package directly to you. But like other games, man, like I don't know. I feel like I got a question real quick before we end up, you know, moving on for the day. Are games less fun, or do we have less fun with games as we've gotten older?
Because I feel like nostalgia about the games I used to play, and they don't match up with the stuff coming out now. Is different. I think it's not aimed towards us anymore, to be honest.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like part of me thinks like, damn, they don't make games like they used to. But then part of me thinks like, were the games they used to make all that, or was I just a little kid that was able to have more fun with them?
That's what I think, man. That's the thing. It's like you do categorize it in your head, and it's nostalgia. So I don't know, because I honestly, I am enjoying less and less of these games that are coming out.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I'm curious if it's like a thing of our expectations over the years. Like every time they hit a milestone of like a really good game that we cement in our minds, this is they took that next step. Well, we expect them to take the next step. And every single aspect we kind of like envision you're going to progression, like you're going to progress in, but they don't. Certain things they'll feel like, hey man, you're doing stuff that like was corrected like 6 games
like
ago.
So that's
like,
my thing.
not...
Like I don't know that I necessarily always expect them to progress as much as I expect them to not regress. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like I don't always, I mean, I expect progression eventually, but I don't necessarily expect like this game and the next game to be leaps and bounds better. Like, but I expect it to not be worse.
I've noticed a lot of sacrifices.
Case in point, Wildlands and Breakpoint.
Of...
That's a game that went backwards.
Yeah. Like parts it like advanced parts not
which ones?
Not a lot, but parts. I mean visually. Did it really get better visually, or did it kind of stay? I didn't say much.
Did it get better at all, or did it kind of stay on par? Because I think it stayed on par and it looked nicer because it wasn't all desert.
Maybe.
But graphically, I don't think anything changed. But gameplay-wise, that shit went down.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you?
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely see that.
Like, I don't know. I just think that... I think there are certain things that we need to look at, and it's, I don't know, it's weird to me. Like games, like I said, like games from my childhood, like looking back on them, like they fucking sucked, but they were so much fun back then. Like, fucking look at Fusion Frenzy. Fusion Frenzy is basic as fuck, but that game was fun as shit when I was 10.
Fusion Frenzy.
Salo, were there any big games you played when you were younger?
I was a big Nintendo 64 guy. Mario, the original Mario, where you go into little worlds and just like hop out and come back to the castle and just be like. I was a big Mario Kart guy.
Do you think you could play Mario today? Today's Mario?
No, I don't think so. I think I don't know. Maybe it is because I don't know. It's mostly because I feel like I have a certain image of that brand and what it relates to in my childhood. I don't know.
Do you think you could like phonetically play? Like, do you think like, hey, I'm skilled enough to play? It's Mario. I know Mario. I can play some Mario.
For Mario Kart, I feel like maybe. Like the controls stay similar, even though it's over time in the GameCube. But I think so. Yeah, I like Mario Kart in this century or whatever this version of it is. I like the recent Mario Kart. I like the board game version of Mario, where it's like all the characters are going to different little pieces on the board, and they have to do little things. Have you guys?
Mario Party.
Mario Party.
That
Yes.
was about
Yes.
Mario Party. Yo, you confused the shit out of us.
Yo,
I thought he meant an actual board game.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I haven't heard
I
of
was
this.
like, what?
I don't know.
That's funny.
Well, like I just found out, like I wouldn't be surprised. I just found out they're making a Dead by Daylight board game.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that should be interesting.
Yeah. I love Dead by
You're gonna
Daylight.
pursue.
Yeah, we actually mean to play some Mario Party at some point.
Yeah, I just got to get it.
I also have to get it.
Oh, you don't have Mario Party?
No, I wasn't gonna buy it, not playing it with anybody.
Dude, totally get it. Super
What are we getting
understand.
it on? Are we getting it on the Switch?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to get a Switch, and then I'll get a Mario Kart, and then I'll let you guys know.
Man, you get a Switch, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you gotta get that online subscription too.
It's like $5. It's $5.99. I paid for it before. It used to be $5.99. How much is it now?
If you want the basic one, $20.
Fuck! I got it when it just came out a while ago, and it was like $4.99 or something.
If you want the one that comes with like the ability to play like all the emulators of the old shit, $50, I think.
What? They completely changed up that plan. Unless I'm crazy and thinking of something else, but that's crazy.
I don't know.
All right. Well, good to know.
I don't know, but
Next
I know I
time.
can play all the old NES and N64 games on my fucking Switch, so
I haven't bought the online yet.
I only bought it because I was playing Pokemon Legends and somebody wanted to trade with me, and I couldn't trade with them unless I had online. But one of my viewers paid for it, so
Hooray!
just like everything else that I get at this point. I don't really spend my own money on anything anymore.
Hey, that's the point, right? Like the reason
To be a streamer?
Yeah, other people pay for your shit.
I mean, well, so the way I see it is other people are paying for me to provide them with more entertainment. That's the way I try to.
Absolutely.
That's what we're gonna go with.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of the stream, just as a keeping up with my word, I said I would keep everybody updated on how the charity streams have gone. We are having the last charity stream tomorrow, so by the time this goes live, we will have already had it. But we have already raised $685 this month.
Woo! Good job.
Which puts us at just under $1,800 this year.
Fucking amazing, man.
And Brett has made me eat an unholy amount of disgusting jelly beans, to which I have about 13 left. And he's going to make me eat as many more as he wants before the end of the month, because if there's any left in that cup at the end of the month, they're going in the trash can. So
There you go.
don't crack your neck like you 13 times 5.
Yeah, it's just simple math.
Mathematically, if a 13 plus 7 and then the 3.
It's gonna be laying out bills real quick.
Yeah, great.
I might just wait till it gets to 10, and then
And just say, oh, $50.
yeah, and I'm like, hey, eat them all at the same time.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's do it.
No.
Yeah,
No.
why not?
Kiss my ass.
On that note, we're gonna wrap it up here, everybody. Thank you for listening, watching. We appreciate your support. We are Beyond Us, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
There you go.
Or day.